back, and we back. The Southeast mouthpiece, D. Archie Carter. That's King HP. This is Attitude Era Podcast. Smackdown just went off the air, so that means we in your face with it because we got a lot to talk about. Clash at the Castle is happening in literally a few hours. Smackdown just went off, and we got something to talk about. So shout out to everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's coming in. You know what it is, man. It's Attitude Era Podcast. Let's get right into it. What's happening, King HP?
Yeah, it was a great day. It was a good day for SmackDown. I thought the episode was good. It moved at it really felt like it moved quickly, but they started off with Bayley, and I thought it was but it was really Naomi, versus Chelsea Green, and that's just backdrop for the Piper Niven Bayley matchup tomorrow night for the women's world title.
I want Piper Niven to win tomorrow so bad. I do. We're gonna get to predictions too. We're doing predictions, we're doing SmackDown recaps, so you're getting it all tonight. But I want Piper Niven to win to get some kind of recognition. Huh?
You think she's gonna cross the ribbon?
Man, I don't know what's gonna happen because I'm not really. I don't know what the Bayley title run is supposed to be right now.
You're right. And I think there's a lot of but here's the thing. I think they're just waiting because remember, Nia Jax won the Queen of the Ring, right? So you have that set up. SummerSlam, we have Nia Jax winning. We know this. Nia Jax is meant to look strong going, and she has a match tonight. We're going to get into that a little bit. But I thought Naomi looked good. I don't know what they're doing with Naomi. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you're not in the tag.
She came back. She was well received when she came back. They put her with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and she's just, I think she fell right back into the Naomi spot that Naomi was in before she left.
Absolutely. Just for a quick comment, Chris Wiley Jr. DNA will be tapping in. We're not gonna say exactly when because when he pops up, he'll pop in, and so definitely stay tuned. You're
gonna get DNA tonight. Like I said, it's just recap. We didn't want to hold y'all, so we want to get right into it. Bayley run. I think when Bayley won the title and she got this new run, she should have went full back to Hugger Bayley. Because I still feel like she's in the middle.
It's funny you say that, right? Because later down in the promo, right, you had Naomi who had a fire outfit. But Naomi asked for a hug. So I don't know it's like. Maybe she will go back to the hugger. Maybe she won't go back to the hugger. But I mean, would like
hugger aesthetic. I'm talking the wavy men, the jacket, because I think Bayley can't be in the middle like that because you don't want your baby face wearing all black. You don't want your baby face kind of in the. You want your baby face bright. If we had seen John Cena in all black, would we have thought he was ever like the baby face? Like he was bright, he was colorful, and that's what you want your baby face. I just think Bayley should have got a little bit of a tweak and rebrand, even with the theme song. Get something to get the people up and into what's happening. But like I said, I don't know what's going on with the Bayley run. Piper Niven is phenomenal in the ring. She can go. So
yeah, right. So I thought it was a good match, and with Naomi,
solid
Piper,
match.
Bayley, Chelsea, I agree with you. I would like to see something get done with Bayley, but I think it's too early because you do got the you do have the Clash of the Castle tomorrow, and like I said, you're looking at Nia Jax going into SummerSlam. So could we see some sort of twist or plot? This is just Clash of the Castle, but come SummerSlam, that's their summertime big boy. Chris Wiley Jr.
Chris said if she doesn't lose tomorrow, she will definitely lose at SummerSlam. She's not going to have a long title reign.
Oh,
hey, Chris. Hey, I'm going to hold you to that. We're going to see what happened, but I'm going to hold you to that. What we got next, HP?
Yeah, they did a quick, Legato Baron Corbin just to set up for the night. That was cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. But then we got Grayson Waller effect with the Austin Theory been just seemingly riding this man coattails, doing a DIY interview. You know what I'm saying?
A-Town Down Under. I like Austin. I like Grayson. A-Town Down Under. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know. I feel somebody's gonna turn on somebody though. It's something's happening. But DIY. Look, I always said Tommaso Ciampa in NXT was one of the best characters and champions they had in NXT. Johnny Gargano in NXT was fantastic. I'm still waiting for them to get that main roster push. Like, you don't get the nickname Johnny Wrestling if you ain't good at what you do.
Right, but here's the problem too, right? You got guys like Austin Theory, who was, don't quote me, last year or the year before, I think it was last year, he fought John Cena at WrestleMania for the U.S. title. If it wasn't last year, the year before, right? So where did he go from there, right? Seemed like he really couldn't capitalize on it. He had some, Grayson Waller, seemed like they got some things going. They got the tag belts. Cool. It's like they're setting up that split because you got DIY telling him, listen, Austin, man, you don't need this dude. They told him to his face, we respect you. It was like, yo, my man, we respect you. Everything you've done up to this point, we liked you better. They hit him with the bill collector. You remember when Bill Collector had that battle? He was like, we like you better as a fat. You know what I'm saying? Like they hit him with one of them, make him start
and a lot of people have forgot Austin Theory was part of Johnny Gargano's faction, The Way.
Yeah, I think that's what he was kind of hitting at, but
people forget that. Maybe that comes up later.
Maybe it will.
Yeah, it was Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, and Austin Theory. So
yeah.
I don't know. I think the start-stop button on Austin Theory has been interesting because you mentioned it. He was white flame hot.
Yeah,
he was. He was a heater.
WrestleMania. Randy
he
Orton
was a heater
at WrestleMania.
He was a heater, and it stopped. So I'm not sure what the Austin Theory thing is, and then you take somebody who was heating up as a singles and put him in a tag.
But he was done. It felt okay. I feel like Austin Theory has a high ceiling. However,
I think he hit it already.
I think, yeah, right, exactly. I think now it's like, well, what do we do with this guy? We got to get him reinvented.
I said on the other episode, Ethan Page is going to be what I feel they wanted Austin Theory to be. They're kind of similar, but
yeah, they are.
Grayson Waller, they're behind Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller has a show. Yeah. Grayson Waller gets a lot of TV time.
The Grayson Waller effect, because he's must-see TV. Even watching the Grayson Waller effect show, it was interesting. We got DIY. I'm like, all right, this will be all right. You know what I'm saying? And then the turn, DIY, them getting into it, Austin Theory taking the kick to the face. I don't know if it was accidental or he purposely did it to make sure Grayson didn't, get hit. But either way, that's just what DIY was telling you. You out here taking licks for this.
No accidents. There's no accidents in pro wrestling.
Yo, Lux said it. You out here taking licks, and that's what my man was doing. He was so. I don't know what they're gonna do when they. I would like to see the titles. I love those title look too. That is definitely a flip back to the '80s look on those titles. That is the best titles I've seen in WWE for a while. I can't.
So you're a belt guy. You're a title guy. A belt
guy. If the belt looks like trash, then it's gonna be trash. Well, that's not necessarily true because the spinner belt was like the G Unit ripoff. You know what I'm saying? But it worked because at that time, that's what you know what I'm saying. And the character they had it on was Cena. Cena built that. He had the brand. He had the rap. He was doing the rapping, so it worked.
Real quick, since you're a belt guy, I have these questions.
Okay.
Who has the best belt? Is it the Brahma Bull, the Smoking Skull, the Spinner, Daniel Bryan's?
I definitely
whatever that belt was. The Earth belt.
I definitely hate the Spinner.
You hate the Spinner. So who has the better? So who has the best personalized belt?
The best personalized belt I've seen was probably that was used like on official TV, you know what I'm saying, in official capacity, you know what I'm saying, was probably Stone Cold Smoking Skull joint. Because also it was so cold because I mean, I don't want to get too on tangent. You know, I'm long-winded. I can go with it, but his rise and how high he was, and he got something that we really hadn't seen like that before. You know, Hogan had belts, but it was always the standard belt. You know what I'm saying? So
I like the big gold eagle, man. The big gold eagle is timeless. It's classic. The big gold eagle, we can't beat it.
I'm gonna answer this guy. I know my man's coming through. You know, today we have the distilled water.
So we got next.
There's actually about 12 cubes of ice in here.
Here we go. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Ice cubes, right? It's not nothing else that's frozen. It's
no. We don't mix. We don't ever mix bottles. This is my.
Hey, we gotta treat you like TSA around here.
Don't do it. This is my cucumber lemon lime water. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. So what we got after the promo segment? What we got next, HP?
We had the Apollo Crews Santos Escobar. I like that. And then last but not least, I got my favorite sippable.
Apollo Crews. How do we feel about Apollo Crews?
I think I don't want to say something super over the top, right? He's super athletic. He's hella gifted. He can do power spots.
Check that box. Check that box.
He can do athletic, and he can do athletic spots too. He's not superior on the mic. If I give a grade, I would say like a C at best, though. That's the problem. Can't really talk about it. It sounds like someone wrote it and he's reading it, and his reading is like not. You think because it's very choppy. It's very
even with the manager.
If you give him a manager, right? The manager has to correlate to the character a little bit. I would wonder who.
Have you ever done any acting?
Have I ever done any acting? Oh, you coming in a little choppy. Hold up. You getting Apollo Crews promo on me. Don't come in choppy. But
yeah.
Hold on. We didn't catch you all the way. You know what I'm saying? You was getting a little choppy. I thought it was one of those encryptions that have been coming in lately. MVP as a manager. So Chris Wiley Jr., I think you're correct. The manager has to fit the character, and MVP will be perfect. Perfect. Because again, I'm tired of seeing talent that is they can do multiple things in ring, but we don't have a place for you. Even if he's a contender for a title. He looked good tonight with Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar looked good. Legato looked good. I just thought it was all around good from all of that. But what are we doing with these guys? I would like to see him getting somebody's title picture very shortly. Going into SummerSlam or getting mentioned or getting SmackDown opportunities.
Santos looks good. Santos looks good.
Yeah. They had the ring. They had the Gorilla Press. They had the Gorilla Press power spot from Apollo Crews that I thought was fire. But again, Santos, he's a very good wrestler too, which when you have guys who have skill like that, you know, it doesn't look bad either. So
I don't know what they're doing with Legado del Fantasma.
I think your router's routing. Your computers the mutiny, right? You got the computers of mutiny. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep it rolling with that. But I do think if you thought Apollo Crews needs a manager, Chris Wiley, I do agree with you. MVP would be a great candidate. It'll match the character, and we've seen what MVP has been able to do in the past. You know what I'm saying? So. And we're gonna see the Southleaf's mouthpiece bounce right back. All right, so then we come through. We get a promo with Cody Rhodes. Now, here's where we got to be honest, right? What do we think of Cody's championship run? Is it bad booking, or is it good booking because they're building to something greater? Maybe a great SummerSlam opponent, maybe a great SummerSlam return, which we all think is maybe Roman. What are we doing with Cody? Cody starts doing a promo. AJ Styles comes out for the promo with the OC, by the way, right? So we get this kind of Bullet Club feel. They're not really touching it. Little nuances, but they're not really touching it. You see what I'm saying? So what happens when AJ Styles comes out? AJ Styles does some things that I think right now WWE is in a new era of how they shoot video and how they market themselves, right? AJ Styles points out that one, you, Cody, you're a quitter, right? Not that you ever quit in a match, you know what I'm saying? But that you have quit. Oh, we got the Southeast Mouthpiece who has returned.
Oh yeah, right? Oh yeah. It was them the QR cryptic codes, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Codes. Okay, I knew it. I see.
But last show I had the Undertaker lights go out on me. This show I got the cryptic QR codes. I don't know what's happening. But did you hear my question about the acting thing?
No. That was where you went cryptic on me.
Yeah, I asked you, you mentioned Apollo's speaking on a mic, right? We got into this a little bit with the Ricochet episode. Check that out because we do it all here. Have you ever done any acting in front of live crowd or audiences to where you might, like, it's not the easiest thing to do, right? I know they go to promo classes in NXT, WWE, they teach this and that, but that's part of the performance that is so important, but it's not the easiest thing to do, to remember something like verbatim and go out. Because think about it, even John Cena called The Rock out on it when he told me he had his promo written on his wrist. So
yeah, but so the difference is, and I have done acting. So the difference is you have to be in character. Like, you've heard stories, and I don't want to take it outside of wrestling, but I'm gonna have to, where Jim Carrey has done these things where he is like, I forgot.
In character.
He's in character whether they stop shooting or whether they are shooting. Some people I think do have easier characters to fill. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Okay, be a cocky, arrogant, no problem, right? But when you get somebody like Apollo Crews, something, this is why Rocky Maivia struggled, because he didn't really know what to be. Smile, show your TV, and that didn't work because that's not who he is, and he couldn't really relate because then eventually the crowd was like, "You suck."
So could it be that some of the promos fit the character but not the person?
I think it's always a disconnect in that area. And it's hard to figure out because I don't know all these guys personally, However, I will say this. If you're not in tune to your character, like Apollo Crews, what are you? Have you ever been in like a real fight where you be talking that trash and you be like, what? Say it again, right? But then they get on these mics and they be like, I swear, come clash at the castle. I will.
And see, that's my point. Is it the fact that they're trying to remember the lines and they're trying to deliver it, or what is the disconnect?
A lot of these guys, when it comes to their promo, they may have graduated from Cornwall County University.
Oh man, I ain't never been. I don't even know where that's at.
And I don't either. However, you know what I'm saying? It's some of the, like when they gave Sucker and Sucker, you can't do. Come on, man. So Apollo has to figure out, is he gonna always be smiling? Look at movies and pick a character that you want to be. Like Stone Cold picked out.
He was just a Nigerian prince, so they trying something with him. But
then you got to look at Francis Ngannou and say, okay, can I bring that real life character to my character? Find something that you can, relate. Stone Cold did a Stone Cold because of his blue eyes and the way his eye, like, he just be locking on, and he always looks serious, just naturally, his a resting bitch face. Like, for a man, though.
Hey, he said that, Steve. I didn't say that. He said
no. I'm not saying he does. For a man, though. You know what I'm saying? My man Stone Cold with it, literally. And his wife made him something to eat, and she was like, you got to hurry up and eat it before it gets stone cold. And that's how he came up from being the ringmaster, which he could not correlate. He couldn't. So for Apollo Crews, I would say this, right? I would talk slower and be like, listen, I'm all about business. He either gets in the ring or stops flapping gums. Either way, I'm laying him out. Do you have any more questions for me? And then just push the guy off. Female, male, whoever, just literally slide him away and walk off. And they'd be like, he's all business. And you have to find those little nuances and things you can do. Otherwise, you're gonna be chasing certain, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get like Mankind. He was ripping out hair, you know what I'm saying? And he was wilding.
All right.
So on the 8th day, the Lord created, you know what I'm saying? He was wilding.
We'll see. But good match. I like Legado. Santos, he could do no wrong in the ring to me, but we'll see what happens. What we got next?
Next, we had, and I started breaking into it because you hit me with the cryptic, but Cody Rhodes promo, AJ Styles comes out with the OC, and I kind of run it back for you a little bit because I did start talking about it a little bit. Comes out with the Bullet Club. They didn't really, you know, I would love to see him do a crazy Bullet Club angle with, not now, it's too late, Clash of Castles tomorrow, but AJ comes out and he starts talking about you quit.
Bro, AJ is jacked. He's in the phenomenal one is in phenomenal shape.
My question then becomes, because he says you quit, right? Then he gives references, and this is where I was saying, just right when WWE is in a whole new era. I don't know what we're gonna call this era, but when we look back at it, they're doing business with TNA, right? AJ is on camera saying you quit New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, he said the whole thing out. He didn't just do the acronym. New Japan Pro Wrestling. You quit Ring of Honor. Then you can tell who they are not in good standing with, because they said you even did a startup company and quit that too. So they didn't say the company, but it's a reference. But Cody comes back with a remark because it looked like it cut a little bit.
It cut not a little bit. It didn't cut a little bit. It cut a lot bit. That, and I've always felt that way about Cody Rhodes. It's like, even in that company, which is AEW, he took I felt he wasn't as over as he thought he would be or should be. So he saw a way out the door.
I agree. But my man he said, and what did it take for you to get here? Because he was talking about you quit, and that's how you got to here. You know, politicking your way to the top, right? And then Cody hit him with what did it take for you to get here to get this rematch? You had to pretend to be Mark Henry, which was Mark Henry. Everybody was cut. I felt like we was watching that Tay-Rock battle. We get another cut and another cut. It was there. They were just cutting below the belt.
First of all, that Mark Henry promo could not be done and will not be done ever or better than Mark Henry. Mark Henry had us genuinely believing he was on his way out the door. I don't know if the salmon jacket was planned, but it's a moment. Mark Henry created a moment that lived, and even his son wore the salmon jacket at the ceremony. So that would never be duplicated. And I thought but how else would you do it, right? Cody and AJ, I think they have good chemistry, but
yeah, they do.
But I don't see this going nowhere. I don't see it going nowhere. Again, we've been talking about the Cody after he wins. What happens after he wins? And I mean, after AJ, I don't know. I don't know what you do with Cody Rhodes, because AJ Styles arguably was the most popular wrestler in the world at one point, because he went to all these companies. He was the guy at a bunch of companies. The only company he wasn't the guy at was WWE.
And you remember when he made his debut at that Royal Rumble? I think it was like number 16 or something. Roman Reigns was in the ring. I think they specifically made that happen for their top guy to see another top guy and just get that reaction. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But good promo, great promo. And I like the fact that it is an I Quit match, because I don't know, outside of the calf crusher, I'm not sure what submission holds are in each of these guys' movesets.
Cody is the wild card, because Cody has gone on record to say in multiple interviews, if I've wrestled you more than once, I can steal your moves. I feel like I'm entitled to it, right? So who knows? I mean, we saw a vertebraker from this man, you know what I'm saying, which was an illegal hold. WWE had as an illegal hold, not to be used on TV or house shows.
Right.
And he pulled it out now because we're in a new era, no more Vince McMahon. So I don't know what we're going to see from Cody tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? The calf crusher can be used by Cody because he's wrestled AJ multiple times.
Well, that's why we got to tune in to Clash at the Castle, and we're doing our predictions too. So fire promo, fire segment, and what we got on after that, HP?
Nia Jax versus Mission, right? Tiffany, I almost said Trish Stratus. I almost did. Tiffany Stratton sitting ringside, right? Doing commentary. Now, this was kind of a squash match, right?
Tiffy time, baby.
And this is what I said going back to the NXT joint when they had the 6-woman North American Women's Championship. I don't see Mission winning because she's slated for Nia Jax that they've been marketing. And it'd be wild to throw Nia, you know what I'm saying, give her a belt, and then you put her in there with the Queen of the Ring, no build up.
First of all, can we just call the lady Mia Yim?
No.
Mi Chen with the OC, it never gelled for me. And Nia Jax, I've never not liked her. I know people don't like Nia Jax for whatever reason. They say she's dangerous, say she can't wrestle, say she's comedy with the whole my whole thing. But Nia Jax, like when you see her, you're gonna look at her because you're gonna want to see what she does next. Nia Jax brings eyes to the ring and who she's in the ring with. Nia Jax, low key, made the man.
Yeah.
So Nia Jax gets a lot of flack, but she brings eyes to the TV, and you want eyes on the TV. She's not the queen of the ring for no reason.
Facts. And I'm not going to sit here and keep not quoting bars. I'm going to keep doing this. Tay-Rock said, beating me is what made you legendary. She is literally the one that gets people to be to a status where you go, oh, that's her. Oh, yeah. She's the one. But she ain't got no world title yet. And it kind of reminds me of some 80s wrestling. There's a lot of superstars that walked around going to the Hall of Fame, top tier, got wrestlers over, whether it's Hulk Hogan or the Ultimate Warrior, but they never had a world title.
Never had the world title. That's the insanity, and that's it's a problem in the WWE, and it's not necessarily a good problem. Their roster right now is deep. It's deep. We had this conversation when we covered Ricochet. Why Ricochet kind of hit the middle because the line is long. But I like Nia Jax. I like Mia Yim. No disrespect. And I really want to see what they do with Tiffany Stratton because people are slow. It's a slow burn, but it's building. And, she already has Tiffy time is a great saying. She looks good. She can wrestle in the prettiest moonsault ever. Like she brings eyes too. So we'll see what happens.
I'm gonna say this though, and let's be clear. What's up with Charlotte Flair? Right? Is she like retired? Is she injured? She's still injury?
I don't know. I have no idea. I forgot Charlotte Flair was even part of the roster.
Yeah, I did too.
And maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want you to not remember, not forget, but not it to be such a present forefront memory to where when she does return, it's a big deal. But Charlotte Flair is one of the people when they come back, what do you do with her? What do you do with her? We talking about Smackdown. We go on a tangent all day, but hey, Charlotte, where you at? What we gonna do? But good match, squash and I mean, we got Nia will beat Bayley at SummerSlam and lose to Tiffany Stratton down the line.
I agree with the SummerSlam part. I do feel Bayley will win and retain versus Pippen, Piper Niven.
Pippen. DNA asked the right question. What's in that cup? Piper Pippen. But I like the way Chris booked. Chris, I don't know you. Thank you for tuning in. But you got the pencil. I like that. I can see it though. But we're gonna see. She got to get past Piper Niven tomorrow at Clash at the Castle. So after that, what we got? HP.
After that, well, I'm gonna hit this one last point about the females. Their roster, the female roster, is the deepest roster I think than anybody, and I say that because we talked about.
Pause you? Right? Should I pause you?
I don't think I said nothing wild.
DNA's the pause police, so
I don't think I said nothing too wild. I might have said something wild, but not too wild. But
But we just had this conversation again about the NXT women,
right? And this is my point. they even showed you a lineup that they had of women about to come into NXT. You have a few women about to leave NXT at some point to come up to the roster. Then you still have Becky Lynch unsigned. She says she was taking time off or whatever, figuring that part out. But Charlotte Flair, taking them two out, you still have like Natalya, Nia Jax.
Guess what else you have? You have Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, that when they break up that tag team and go singles, both of them could be champions as soon as they step out of the tag team spot.
Shayna Baszler, Joey Stark, like they're putting them in tag teams. It feels like to try to, you know what I'm saying, put a lot of things in one container, because otherwise you got a lot of good singles wrestlers out here, and there's only. But when is the WWE going to get a secondary women's title?
We don't know.
You don't have to call it Intercontinental in the US. You could do something like the Heritage Cup. You can do something, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of directions you could go. But that's neither here nor there, right? So next we get a little spot for LA Knight and Logan Paul. LA Knight is chilling in Logan Paul's house. I don't know where Logan Paul came from.
Come on. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever with me. We not too much time on this one. Do you like LA Knight's character?
Yes, but if you're not gonna ever put a title on this guy, what are we talking about?
I think the time is past. I think every opportunity he gets and he's not champion, those pops that they would have gotten a little bit ago, it gets quieter and quieter and quieter. And low key, Logan Paul is not a bad champion.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one.
Okay.
He's in ring not a bad champion at all. His lack of visual, right? Now, someone might say, well, Roman Reigns. These are two different entities. Roman Reigns used to wrestle when COVID happened and people couldn't wrestle. They, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, Z. Roman Reigns held it down. He was mowing through the company week after week after week after week. Logan Paul only had he ain't even had 10 matches total. That's from Rey Mysterio. Matter of fact, yeah, Ricochet, Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns, Elimination Chamber. So if you want to count each one of them as a
Ricochet again.
Ricochet again. Like
he had Kevin Owens, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
So,
yes, he did.
I'm just saying, like,
dope though.
In the ring, Logan can wrestle.
Yeah.
He brings eyes. He's bringing the whole TikTok social media world, the prime drinkers all around the world to the show. And I like that. And I like you're going to get the highlight from him. What I don't like is the way the matches always seemingly seem to go. Somebody's going to pop up in the prime suit, some outside interference. The brass knuckles are going to get introduced some kind of way. It's rinse and repeat. But in ring, the action is good. My man Chris say he'll want to be Stone Cold. He needs a belt soon. If not, we won't care about him by the Royal Rumble.
That's exactly what I said.
That's about LA Knight.
Yes. And he's a mixture of The Rock and Stone Cold. That's how I feel like he sounds like The Rock, but he talks like Stone Cold, mixed with a couple
LA Knight is what you would make as your first try on a creative player on WWE 2K.
Yo, chill out, bro. He's a call.
Let's move on. Let's move on then. Them big ass boots. I hate them big ass boots, man. Get out of here.
But I'm gonna end on my part. I do like LA Knight. I do like him in the ring. I do agree with Chris on this too, and I think you're saying the same thing.
I'm not sure how good he is in the ring.
He's entertaining. I mean, The Rock is not top tier. He's very good, but he's not a Bret Hart. He's not a Matt technician. He's not Dean Malenko. He's not Chris Benoit. He's not that, right? But he can put on entertaining matches, and I think that's what LA Knight does. LA Knight does great promo work.
What's the last letter in WWE stand for?
Entertainment. And so that's why, last but not least, we get the Solo Sikoa thing. We're almost like 2 steps. We get the Solo Sikoa thing, you know what I'm saying? Buddy telling them, hey, listen, no Bloodline tonight. He said, if I see Bloodline out there, all y'all getting suspended. Paul Heyman tries to, Solo, man. And he said, check this out. If I lose tonight, it's me and you. He said that like somebody.
Man, why they threatening Paul Lee like that, man? Why they treating Heyman like that?
It's beautiful though, because it sets up for the beautiful Roman comes back to save Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman's like a damsel in distress right now. He cannot leave the bloodline.
He is in distress. Like, hey, Paul Heyman, look at me. Blink twice if you need help.
And that's how they've been treating him. And I like that.
He's like getting bullied. He went from kind of not being a bully, but knowing the bully to getting bullied. And it's like I never thought I would see the WWE getting sympathy on Paul Heyman. That's
crazy. When you say it like that, that's crazy.
They are getting sympathy on Paul Heyman through the bloodline. I just read something recently. They said Tama Tonga, people have been really impressed with his in-ring work. But in the company, they knew he was good, but not that good. Tama Tonga, he's finding his character. And it's working very well for him.
He has that viral moment where he was in the back locker room like, I can't do what he did. But he was like spazzing out. And so when you have those little things, because what he told Paul Heyman last week, he said, we could have let Kevin Owens kill you. I ain't never heard someone say kill on WWE television like that. But the way he said it, I believed it. I believed it. I'm like, so when you talk about promos and doing character, Tama Tonga is over in my book as far as being a heel. I believe it. I don't want him to hurt Paul Heyman. I feel like Paul Heyman is in true danger. Please, someone email Roman Reigns. Please bring, you know what I'm saying?
We're talking about Tama Loa, then, we've been hearing the rumblings of Jacob Fatu. In my mind, I see
lift off.
Let me take the pencil from Chris real quick. I see Jacob Fatu coming in, and that's what's going to push Solo back to Roman and the Usos. I think that's going to reunite the original bloodline if they do the bloodline Civil War Survivor Series, whatever kind of deal split thing, because that's eventually going to happen. You're going to get all of these people from this family tree in the ring, and it's probably going to be something we're going to be talking about for a while, because I don't see how that could not work. I mean, the Usos, they gave us a little cold food at WrestleMania, but
I agree.
But we'll see. Yeah,
I think they bring it back for Survivor Series, though. You're talking about that fantasy booking. You're going to see a lot more family members physically there at ringside, too.
Everybody's going to be there.
A lot of Hall of Fame.
Everybody's going to be there.
Haku, Rikishi will definitely be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be a lot of people popping up to make the.
So in this match, Kevin Owens hit Solo Sikoa with a stunner. Going for the pin. Paul Heyman put the foot on the rope. Sidebar. I don't like it. I don't think it's no, not that. I said sidebar. You know me, I'm sidebar man.
Okay, yeah. Let's we're gonna go here.
Kevin Owens stunner.
Talk about it.
So we in the give me the pop-up power bomb, baby. Give me the pop-up power bomb.
Has he done that in a while? I mean, I can't rack my brain.
I need it. The stunner just, I don't know if it's the selling of the stunner or the way it's happening, but it's not as smooth. It's not Stone Cold. It's not Stone Cold. We've seen variations of the rock bottom. They call it Uranagi now. We've seen the bookend, the rock bottom, Uranagi. People do it, and it still looks okay. Right. Something about this stunner that's not stunnering for me.
I think when you take a classic move from a guy of that magnitude, Stone Cold, still fresh in our mind, and he ain't wrestled in years, and you're using his finisher, and it's still called a stunner, you let that end the match. I seen a comment on Facebook today, and it literally said, this new era is all about 50 finishers, kick out, kick out, kick out. And when you compared it to X, Y, and Z previous eras, that wasn't the case. You hit a finisher, someone might kick out once. You're hitting 2, 3, 5, 6 finishers on people, and throughout the course of a match, and it really takes away because then the next night on Raw, they ain't kicking out.
Oh, we talked about that. Super kick, for perfect example. Super kick is just a basic wrestling move now.
It's an overused wrestling move too. Because they're like, oh, super kick, like.
So the end of the match, we saw Heyman get involved and let them know how it ended, HP.
So we had the Bloodline coming because now the match is over. You know what I'm saying? Bloodline coming out. That's a tongue twister. Anyway, the Bloodline
Tama
and Tamaloa, right? And Tongaloa, they come out and they start smashing Kevin Owens. And it's looking bad because I'm like, man, who's about to come out? Because it's Clash at the Castle.
I hear voices in my
head. Oh, man. You have my man come out, Randy Orton. He comes out and
jacked. I think this might be the best Randy Orton has looked physically, bro. He is jacked.
Yes. I hope, though, that we get a Randy Orton title run. And I've been on record to say this.
I think one more. I think we do for one more. I felt he should have been the one to dethrone Roman because he is the legend killer. But maybe he's the one that dethrones Cody.
Cody is a great storyline for him to do it because the whole legacy and
they have history.
They got that history. So it's a great callback. Secondly, he is one of the first third-generation superstars, right? Not too many. I think he's the second, but don't quote me. But he's definitely one of the first 4 that was there. He was, and I think he still is to this day, current standing, the youngest world champion they've had. So here's my issue. We always talk about Flair and his 16 championships, and he's tied with Cena.
Randy right there.
But Randy's at 15. He still has to win another one. No, he's 14. He has to win one, drop it, win it back to tie. In my heart, Randy Orton should be the 17-time champ. He should be the guy that gets over. He has wrestling in him. He was your viral star. He's never left the company for any long period except for when he got
the beauty in Randy Orton becoming winning that and getting that number would be the fact that he was in Evolution with Ric Flair. Was it Evolution?
It was Evolution. He also did Legacy, which is like a breakdown of what Evolution was. It was like, I got an idea. I'm going to take the future.
Because it was Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair, Randy Orton. And that would be really the definition of Evolution. If Randy Orton beat Ric Flair's record, somebody's going to probably pass it. But if Randy Orton was the one to beat Ric Flair, you talk about long-term booking, that'd be like, and it would make sense.
It writes itself, yes. He beat Triple H with Ric Flair by his side for I think it was his first world title. You know what I'm saying? So
that's Evolution.
It's Evolution complete. You know, and
that's fire. That's actually fire. Like, hey, that's fire. But
get these guys in the building for it too. Because when you think about who Randy Orton has had feuds with, right? Crazy feuds. He's had some of the best feuds. And out of everybody who's on the current roster, Randy, The Undertaker, Edge.
So imagine Randy beats whoever, gets the title, breaks Flair's record. Flair comes in the ring. Batista comes in the ring. Triple H comes in the ring. What does Triple H do? But this time, instead of dumping it, he just keep the thumbs up. Evolution. Hey, Paul Levesque called me. I got a pretty open schedule. Me and my man Chris been hanging out with us all night, dropping jams. We can get you back, back, baby. We got this.
I think in my fantasy booking world, Randy Orton is the guy that breaks the 16. It's not John Cena. John Cena can stay tied because John Cena has left the company multiple times. John Cena and Randy Orton were a part of that time where you were just dropping titles from 20 days apart.
Bro, Randy Orton's career, I would kind of, if any athlete, it's kind of LeBron James-ish. because of how long it is. I don't think people understand how long Randy Orton has actually been wrestling. And he said he got 4, 5, 6 more years. He want to do it as long as he can. So
I'll never forget when that man spit in Mick Foley face like that. I was like, yo, he tripping. And
so that's how we ended the show, right? With the
that's how we ended.
Oh, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton
and he had a fire t-shirt on. That t-shirt was fire.
Yeah.
T-shirt was fire.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go tag Triple H. Give Randy, I don't care if it's a quick run.
Give Randy a chance.
Yeah, 30-day run, 15. A couple months later, he picks up a belt, picks up a world title, gets a 3, 4, 5 month run. But now he's tied at 16. WrestleMania next year or the year after, either the world title or the WWE Undisputed, either or.
You think Randy Orton's gonna be around for 2 more WrestleManias?
Yeah, you gotta start giving him the Shawn Michaels treatment. And I didn't realize Shawn Michaels' schedule was way lighter on his. That's why he didn't pick up the world title for any long length of time.
Well, you see, tonight he just had a run in. So
right. But what I'm saying, Shawn Michaels had, when he came back after the 4 years and he won the world title at the Elimination Chamber, the WCW, you know what I'm saying, that title, he only had it for a month because December he dropped it back to Triple H, and a 2 out of 3, it was like 2 out of 3, what is called stages of hell. One was like
the 3 stages of hell.
Yeah. It was like the last match was a ladder match, and it was like a steel cage. I can't remember all of them. It was a steel cage match for certain, and a ladder match that Shawn lost. And I think that, I don't think Shawn has said, because his schedule, he wasn't really doing all the house shows that normal wrestlers do. So with that, now we see guys like Roman.
He got the workload management NBA treatment.
Yeah, give him load management. You can, if you do 1 or 2 house shows a week, you do all TV or half the TV, or even half. Do 1 promo, 1 match. 1 promo, 1 match.
I don't think people that's in chases and main storylines should be doing house shows.
You got to sell the house show though. Remember, they need money year round.
You can sell the appearance, but think about how many times we've seen people get injured at house shows.
Draws got his neck broken at a house show.
That's what I'm saying. So house shows, I think a house show is kind of risky for a champion or somebody in the chase. Yes, you want to sell tickets, but especially.
But here's the thing: they're in such good care. When you talk about these injuries, the injuries are a blue moon thing. They really don't expect. Not really blue moons. I wouldn't say that, but
they happen a lot.
They do happen a lot, but. Putting perspective, right? Going back to the WCW thing that we did, if you haven't seen Who Killed WCW, we got 2 episodes on here. Check them joints out. That's a fire show docuseries on Vice TV.
Produced by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think everybody in their life did this at one time.
I be doing it like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. So with that being said, right? WWE they offered the British Bulldog a contract to rival WCW's. WCW had more money and offered them, I think it was 160 matches or 160 or 180 matches for the year. Somewhere in that range, right? 160, 180.
Which is a light load. That's light.
A light load. Because I also counted all his TV appearances. And just think about that. That's 52 weeks in a year. So now you're talking
I remember Triple H saying they would only go home for like 2-3 weeks.
Bruh, at all. His WWE contract, they had him at 280. So just think, 52 weeks a year, 280. I still got 230. There's only 365 days.
But bro, back in the day, the peak Hogan Flair eras, they was wrestling 2-3 times a day.
They was really going through it. Yeah.
They put in the work, the sweat equity for it. But tonight's show was good. Good go home show. How do you feel about the show, and are you excited about Clash at the Castle?
So I felt the show needed a little more oomph, and we got it at the end. I do think they cashed in at the end, and that was good. So, but it could have used a little more oomph on the other matches. The triple threat women's tag team championship. We saw Alba Fire, Island Dawn. They did a little quick promo, and that was it. That's all we really got from all those girls involved, all 6 of them. Cool. LA Knight, Logan Paul, 30 seconds, like my man swimming in his pool, then was done. So certain things I was like, but you only got 2 hours.
Yeah, and the other stuff was recapped. I mean, kind of tied up on Monday Night Raw, which we recapped also. So if you don't know what's happening, click the video before this one and catch the recap of Monday Night Raw, because Attitude Era Podcast, we recapping it all. We talking about it all. If it's wrestling, we talk about it.
And here we go. Oh man, we got to make that glass shatter.
Coming to the ring.
What's the word, yo, Jerry? How have y'all been on there? Y'all been on there for an hour?
Yes, sir.
We got good things to talk about, man.
We wanted to make sure we didn't bend the truth to my man Chris Wiley Jr. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you see how DNA pull up and pull a run in at the end of the match? We just talked about Randy Orton doing that, and he pulled the Randy Orton on us, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do feel that the show ended strong, and you also got to consider, because of the time difference. People who don't know, this was a pre-taped show tonight. Mm-hmm. It was not live. So tomorrow on Saturday, keep this in mind, that the pay-per-view is at 2 p.m. because of the time difference.
Right.
So no one's going to get hurt tonight. That's pretty much what the show was like. Who's wrestling tomorrow? Don't have them wrestle tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because God forbid.
Gotta sit the starter sometime. We just wrapping the show up. We got the man here, so I think it's only right that we talking about Clash at the Castle. We can get into them predictions.
No, we're gonna drop another video. You want to do it right now, right into this, or you want to go take a small break and have everybody tap back in?
I mean, nah, we here. We could just chop it up.
That's it. The podcast chief has spoken. Acknowledge him.
Hilarious. Clash of the Castle 2024. Let's start with the main event, man. Our quit match for the Undisputed Championship. I mean, I think if you're a real wrestling fan, this is an obvious answer. I feel like they will. What you mean you don't know?
No,
Cody's retaining.
No, you tapped. He was like this.
Yeah,
you froze for like.
All right, well, let me run it back for the people that didn't hear. What I was saying was, if you really are tapped into the product and you follow storylines and you see how WWE writes, I think this is a clear indication Cody is retaining versus AJ Styles. Now, what happens in the midst of it, the plot twist, I don't know. But I believe Cody walks out of Clash with the Castle, still Universal Champion. What's your prediction?
I feel the same way. I think the title run is still new. It need a little pepper. It need a little seasoning. You know, we got to spice it up a little bit, and we working on it. I think AJ looked great. The match is gonna be a banger now. Trust and believe this one gonna be fire. We're gonna be talking about it, but I agree with you. I got Cody Rhodes walking out of Clash at the Castle, still with the belt around his waist.
HP,
I'ma say this. We will have a new WWE Undisputed Champion. And here's why I think, right? It would make AJ look super weak to all of a sudden start uniting with the when you battled at what was the pay-per-view was it Backlash that they fought?
Yeah.
Okay, they fought a Backlash. It was straight up AJ versus Cody. Fire match. Well, now you got the OC with you. Cody don't have no team. I feel like this because they came out tonight. OC was with them. What role do they play? Do they have some pre-recording of Cody saying, because he was like, it's so easy for you to say I quit. You see that? I feel like they recorded them, throw back to the Rock versus Mankind, where they had the recording and played it and cheated this man and got an I quit. I would like to see something like that. Because if AJ loses and you got two cronies that have been coming out with you every week now, all of a sudden, since you faked your retirement, dang, that means Cody beat you and your mans and them?
HP, just because you want to see some things don't mean they're going to happen. I mean, that's an interesting take. I'm not mad at it. I like it. Maybe if you was on the creative board. Look, this is my thing, man. If this was in the Attitude Era, then yes, I could believe Cody would lose the belt and possibly win it back next Friday on SmackDown. They did that one night with Stone Cold and Kane. Kane walked away king of the ring with the belt. Stone Cold won it back the next night. To me, I thought that was exciting, but now I see the way the story is being told. It's long reigns. People are continuously just keeping the title for a long period of time. So I don't think, you know what I mean, they're going to break that, you know what I mean, that pattern that they had tomorrow at Clash of the Castle. Chris Wiley, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for all the love. I seen you say I was in your top 5, bro. Thank you. So, yeah, Cody retains HP.
I'm marking these down too. So.
Yeah, please. No, I was going to tell you, I'm an ex-gambler, you know what I mean, with the push-ups, you know what I mean, any type of friendly or fun bets we can make. I want to see who gets the most right. So, mind you, me and Archie's on the same page. World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Now, I do believe there will be a new champion. I believe we're in England. I believe we're in the UK. I believe Drew McIntyre lost the belt at WrestleMania on the hands of Damian Priest to have that moment to cash in with Money in the Bank. I think Damian Priest has, you know what I mean, done a lot with the belt, and even though it's a short period of time, but I believe this is the pay-per-view that Drew, you know what I mean, brings it back to him. So I got Drew retaining. I got Drew winning the belt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel after that Bad Bunny match in Puerto Rico, they should have pulled the trigger on Damian Priest. I think they waited a little too long, and I always felt Drew McIntyre winning his title during the COVID era in front of nobody was something he needed to pay off on because he never got that moment. And if it's going to be any time where he get that big, huge moment, it's going to be in Scotland. It's going to be Clash at the Castle. It's going to be tomorrow. And HP, you're going to be wrong because I think you about to go against the grain again, but that's what you do. I got Drew McIntyre leaving the castle, the champ.
Me too. How you feeling, HP?
So my fantasy booker in me tells me that at SummerSlam you will.
Boy, you Mariah Carey out here with all these fantasies.
Absolutely, you know. But SummerSlam tells me to be Damian Priest versus Finn Balor, Judgment Day breakup at SummerSlam. No world title because that will be Gunther versus Drew. I agree. Drew walks out of the castle as the champion with sword in tow. World Heavyweight Championship. So I can't see you having this man lose because you also, even though you know you have Gunther set up at SummerSlam, you also have a CM Punk feud that you have two options for Drew that are box office. So,
right.
So I gotta go Drew. And I gotta go Drew. I can't see Priest and Gunther, but my man Chris Wiley Jr. say Damian Priest will win tomorrow.
And Chris been hanging out with us all night, man. Shout out to you again, Chris, for hanging out and chatting it up with us.
Yeah, that's
shout out to Chris. Shout out to Chris. So you going with Damian Priest, H?
No.
We all got Drew.
We all got Drew.
I was trying to trick him, Archie. I thought he had something in the cup. I was trying to see if we can catch him. The next one, Women's Championship, Bayley versus Piper Niven. I'm gonna go ahead and say I got Bayley retaining. I don't think that title is gonna be up for taking anytime soon. I feel like she got her moment on EO Sky WrestleMania, and they're gonna let that ride out for a period of time as being the champ.
I agree. I think this could go either way. Again, it'll be huge for Piper in Scotland at the castle. It'll be crazy. But if we get in Drew, we might not get Piper. And I think Bayley, they got to let Bayley cook a little bit more. Like I said, she got to get a little more seasoning on her title run too. We just had a heel champion for a while with EO. So Bayley, I got Bayley again. So I'm rolling with Bayley.
HP.
I can't see, unless Chelsea were to interfere, I can't see Piper Niven winning the belt. However,
here we go.
I'm going to pick Piper because I do see the interference happening. She's been saying we're gonna be the world champ. She's been saying it, even though she ain't in the match. That's
or she could cause Piper the match.
Disqualification.
Some type of fluky mess. So
you ain't thinking that one, huh?
He ain't think about it.
I didn't. That'd be a nice little one-on-one. It seemed like, but I'm gonna still go with. I'm gonna go with Piper Niven. Okay. I'm gonna go with Piper Niven.
Okay. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. Sami Zayn versus Perk Angle's son, Chad Gable. I'm 50-50 on this one. I ain't gonna hold you because it's like Sami Zayn retains. Let me just get it out. Sami Zayn retains. That's my vote, man. I believe they're not gonna let Sami lose it. We get one new champion, and I think that just, you know what I mean, says not everybody keeps it. Drew McIntyre wins. I got almost everybody else retaining. How you feeling, Archie?
Again, this might be the closest one to call, I think.
Yeah.
Because it could go either way. I know the match should be fire now.
Fire.
Gonna get a good match. Sami. I gotta go Sami. I don't see Chad winning here. If he was gonna win it, the series he had with Gunther would have been the time to do it. Because those matches were great. He looked great. And I think they're building something with him and Alpha Academy and the Creed brothers and Otis. So he got something to move on to, but I believe Sami Zayn gonna retain. Again, this like a 49-51 type situation. Could go either way, but I got Sami.
Yeah. I honestly feel like the same way. I feel like the Otis thing is gonna rear its head to where Chad loses off the strength. It's something with Otis. Otis finally snaps and puts his hand on Chad. And I got Sami Zayn. I can't. I think he's actually the clearest win because of the Alpha Academy and how much they hate him, but they don't do nothing to him. But I think tomorrow we'll find out. They'll do something to him.
And the last one, the triple threat match for the Women's Tag Team Championship: Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler and Albert Free and Isla Dawn. I got the champions winning. I got Bianca Belair and Jade walking out of there still with the belts.
I like Shayna. I like Zoe. I let Alba fire, but it's like I think Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are gonna have them titles for a very long time.
Very long time. I actually think this card is like very predictable, short, but I get it. It's one of those, let's get.
You give them the triple threat match, let them all work. Somebody else, takes the pin. Should be pretty cool. But I mean, Jade and Bianca, I don't know. I don't see a team taking it off them. So I'm rolling with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair to retain.
I'm right there with you. I don't see it. I just see it sometime down the road. SummerSlam, they'll lose it maybe. But if they do, it'll start to be this thing about the friction, missed cue, missed timing. But I don't see tomorrow. That's a long work till SummerSlam.
Yeah,
and I just can't see it. They are too dominant. I mean,
it's light work. It's easy.
What we doing with All right, so I got we going to me and HP and Archie. Me and Archie's going with Cody. You got AJ. That's one. You going with Drew, so that's not another one. And then you going with Piper, right?
Yes.
So that's two that we got that we not in agreement on. And you going with Sami, right?
I am going with Sami.
All right, so we got two that we not going with. So what's the bet live on air? You know what I mean? I don't want you texting the group chat, and then you know what I mean. They don't know what we bet.
We talk about push-ups. We talk about.
All right, so look, I'll do this, right? I know you a drinker, right?
Okay.
So have you ever drunk Tiger Bone before?
No.
All right, so I'm gonna introduce you to a special drink. If you so what happens if we go 1-1 and we break even, right? Okay, so somebody got to go 2-0. If you go 2-0, I'll send you a personalized bottle. You know what I mean? A Tiger Bone to your crib.
And if you win, what is your sip? Is it 1942? I like years, so I'm a 1942 guy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm not really a drink. I drink occasionally, so that's not.
Okay, we can let's see. I see you got what don't you? I see you got a lot of belts. You got all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking in the background. He got arcade joints. It's hard to figure out.
This is interesting. This is interesting. I'm just here.
I mean, you know what? We get trying to think. I mean, Father's Day is coming up, man. I mean, yeah, you just send the bread for a bottle, man. They do that. We keep it on alcohol. And Archie, I mean, where does he fit in this?
Archie tried to play it safe. Archie didn't even take it over.
Archie got the same bets as me.
I know. That's why I'm like, oh, okay. But Archie, we can do the same.
So you got you buy 2 bottles then.
It'll be 2.
Archie, you got kids too, right? So we all fathers here. So I mean, yeah, I mean, we might be having a sip on Jerry courtesy on Father's Day, man.
Hey,
you gotta get 2.
I need to go see what it was shaking because you definitely lose. So
for sure. So Archie, if he winds up winning, what would you get him?
I don't know.
We can keep it on liquor. You know, that's the.
I don't know.
I mean, you know, game right now.
I let you call it. You the cup man. You the man with the cups.
Man of multiple cups. Man of many cups. You know, it could be Crown. It could be what you know. What I'm saying it don't have to be nothing super crazy. You know, I never had no Tiger Bone. I've been all around the world. I've had sake. You know what I'm saying? I've been.
I don't even know where you get that from no more. So I'm gonna have to talk to DNA about that anyway because I never had it. Huh?
Oh. Yo, listen. So, right, I mean, if Archie, if Jerry wins, you know what I mean, I'm gonna send it to him immediately. If not, whenever y'all in New York, if he winds up losing, which I know he is, and he has to buy us the bottle. Whenever y'all in New York, then I'll let y'all. I'll put y'all on to it.
Well, he a father too, so I could shoot him a bottle of the bread. Yeah. How we will figure it out, but he losing, so it don't matter.
He's losing, so that's the bet, y'all.
I'm just gonna send you my cash app right now.
Yeah, me too. Because I just definitely feel like those is 2 safe joints. To be honest with you, you're a risk taker. I fuck with you, Jerry.
Yeah,
definitely. If you got the odds in Vegas, if you hit on these 2, you're a millionaire.
If just so everybody knows what we're talking about, I need these people to win, or they need these people to, we're talking about the Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles I Quit match.
We need Cody to win, and he got.
Bro, AJ. You really picked AJ Styles?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. If he gets Piper right, I'll be a little shocked but I still wouldn't because I mean we are in England. But if AJ Styles wins the belt tomorrow, I'm no longer questioning his IQ ever again. He is the GOAT. I promise you. If AJ Styles wins the belt tomorrow, Jerry's you know what I mean, he gets a different type of star next to his name.
Yeah, I'll definitely
we can't even question the cup no more, man.
Yeah, can't question the cup.
Just remember too, for those out there, the PLE, not pay-per-view. The PLE is at 2 p.m. due to the time difference. So 2 p.m. So don't think you're gonna tap in tomorrow night at the normal time, 5 or 8 p.m. Eastern, Western. No, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I guess that's 11 Western, Pacific. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So make sure you tap.
We'll be here to recap it so we can tell y'all how bad Jerry lost. So it's all good.
Hey, if I start losing, if I see my man get pinned, all you're gonna see is this. You're gonna see like.
Yo, he's
crazy, man. He eliminated himself from the Royal Rumble. Get out of here.
All right, y'all, man. Y'all had it first. Y'all got the Smackdown recap. I wasn't able to watch today. I was on the road, but I definitely got my Clash of the Castle predictions in there. So we will be recapping it tomorrow. I might have to jump on from my phone. I think I'm gonna be on my way back to the crib. But yeah, I'll still be here to recap.
Well, definitely safe and everything like that. And we will see y'all tomorrow.
In a few hours.
Tomorrow. Yeah, in a few hours. In a few hours, y'all. All right, bet.
Yes. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the podcast.
Yep.